Hi there, it's Lynn Como. And May 6th is the start of a brand new catalog for Stampin' Up. And you can see the catalog right here, this annual book. But I thought I'd go over some specifics. So if you are a scrapbooker and would like to know what are the products that would best fit your style of scrapbooking, I'm here to show you that information and those products and to break it down for you, because as you go through the catalog, you'll see that it's kind of in a few places, and I really wanted to give you an idea of how to shop from this book so you can use it for your best scrapbooking needs. In addition, I'll also go over the suite collections, which can be great for any kind of card maker and a scrapbooker if that appeals to you. So let's get started. Now here you can see there are a couple of different types of scrapbooking, let's say, lines. We have a scrapbooking workshop with kits that you can see that are on certain pages. Quick and easy scrapbooking, so great for those of you who are new to scrapbooking or just want to put something together that's fast, simple, and super easy. And scrapbooking from scratch. Now, many of you have been customers of mine, and you know that I do kits of the month, and I pretty much do scrapbooking from scratch. However, I do like some of the scrapbook workshop kits, but I'm going to dive right into the whole thing so you could get a good idea on what crafting products might work best for you. Now, this is all about quick and easy. We're going to go through the quick and easy product line right here. You can see it's basically, what I like about it is in the catalog, there are these 8 templates for scrapbooking, and they are very, very simple. You can see how quick and easy this layout looks like it would come together. And a lot of it is using some of our ephemera packs, which I want to show you what those products look like. But if you're new to scrapbooking, this just might be a great option for you to use these pages here, these sketches, as a great way to dive right in and create. Or maybe you just need a page or two and you'd like this idea. When it comes to quick and easy, there are a couple of products that are showcased in this category. You'll see we have the Good Times Ephemera Pack as well as Time for Celebration. Now, they both come with 2 sheets of each of what you're seeing here that are stickers. So you're going to get 2 of this, and this, which can be great for summertime. You have the bicycles, you bake pies, maybe you're going looking for different kinds of fruits, things like that. You see some strawberries, clouds, some bees. So this might be great for your everyday kind of summertime fun. The Time for Celebration is a little bit more seasonal, or maybe month by month. Maybe you want to create a month by month scrapbook page or layout that are just 2 pages, 1 or 2 pages that cover September, October, August, July, whatever works for you. So you can look at this and see. Now, this is all about quick and easy. Now, I love the Touch of Gold tags, and those of you that purchased the graduation kit from me, this will be included. It's white with a touch of gold all the way around, and they are really pretty. So they're tags and labels. Now, this is another idea that you can use for cards and scrapbooking. Everything I'm showing you here can be used on cards as well. And if you had the catalog in front of you or near you, you can look this up and see that there are card sketches as well as card ideas and tags on using the same product line. But the greetings for all can be used on cards, but you can definitely use some of these and mix it in with your scrapbooking. So that's pretty much the quick and easy. We have page protectors. We have a small 6x8 album, 12x12 albums, and a D-ring, post-bound, page protectors, flip-flaps, and all those kinds of products that we can use for quick and easy and for scrapbooking. Now, the next thing I want to go into are the scrapbooking workshop kits. These are the kinds of kits that are for big moments where you're creating 3 2-page layouts, so that's 6 pages in all. They've been thoughtfully designed by Stampin' Up, their artist design team, and putting together paper, embellishments, stickers, punch-outs all together for you. And then there's also an instructional brochure where you follow along and create the pages just as you see fit. So we're going to take a little dive into what those kits are right here. So before we do, I wanted to let you know what comes inside this scrapbook workshop kits. First of all, we talked about a step-by-step instructional brochure. There's a certain number of designer series paper in each kit, and a certain number of two-tone cardstock. I love two-tone because you have a dark side and a light side. There's a few sheets of the basic cardstock, which could be white willow. There's a sticker sheet that's 12 by 12. And then there's some pre-cut images or punch outs in each of the product. So sometimes it's one sheet or two sheets. And then, of course, the photo placement holders that are the 3x3s, the 4x6s, and so on. So these are in every one of the kits. And then the kit prices can vary basically between $34 and $37. And you are making those 6 pages. So let's look at the first scrapbook kits. First of all, here is what I'm saying, right? They're all scrapbook workshop kits. And this right here is where you're finding the title. It's called Memories in Bloom. If you were looking at this, it would be side by side in the catalog. And then over here is the description. Everything I mentioned is here. So what you'll pay attention to is, first of all, the price point. There is the item number. So this one's $33. And then you can see that there's sheets that are included that are 9 sheets or 15 sheets or 2 sheets. Definitely pay attention to the details. But I love the fact that there's a featured technique as well as the featured colors that coordinate with this kit. So maybe you own some more two-tone cardstock and you want to add that to these pages, maybe as photo mats or whatnot. So you have that option to do that. You'll also note there's an additional product list that shows you basically what kind of adhesives that they used or a few other simple products that were added to create the 6 pages. Turtley Sweet is another scrapbook workshop kit. It is so adorable. So you're going to see all the artwork right here to make these 6 pages. Cute little tips. They're telling you here they use flip flaps. So that would be an additional product purchase on this particular kit. You'll look at the directions, I should say the ingredients, which would tell you how many sheets of designer series paper, two-tone cardstock, basics, stickers, and pre-cut images. The pre-cut images are basically this kind of a sheet that you just punch them out. So when you're looking at these, they might be a little bit different from the next selection I'll be showing you, which is scrapbooking from scratch. So take a look at this, and you'll always see these online, and look at the ingredients right there for you to see online as well. The next collection is one of my favorites. It's called Weekend Adventures. So you can see the name is right over here. Create these 6 pages. I happen to notice that this one actually has all 6 pages that are the designer series paper that is sold separately, but it's all in this kit as well as cardstock. Now it looks like we have 1 sticker sheet and 2 sheets of punch outs. So this kit's a little bit more, $37, basically $3 more for that punch out sheet that you're seeing. The featured technique as well as the colors are here, as well as the additional products. So you're kind of getting the whole recipe, right? You're seeing the pages, the name, what the kit costs, what's in the kit here, and the featured technique, colors, and additional product. That is the way all the workshop kits are laid out for you. The last workshop kit is called Celebrate Together. So once again, you have all 6 pages showing you products that were used here. And then you can see here's the product, the recipe of what was, or the ingredients, what was used, featured technique, and the additional colors and additional products. So now you can see those were our 4 kits for scrapbooking, right? Scrapbooking workshop kits make the 6 pages, include the instructional brochure, and basically you're good to go. You'll notice here, this one also has 2 punch out sheets and a sticker sheet. So what's next? Well, let's talk about scrapbooking from scratch. Many of you know that this is something I like to do, is design my own pages as well as using all the products that I seem to think that go so well together, that are coordinated. So when you have scrapbooking from scratch, when you're looking here, you're going to have the designer series paper as well as a sticker sheet, and there's a stamp set that goes along with it. So let's check out what are those kits. So you'll see here, I have it on the side. These are the scrapbooking from scratch. So Memories in Bloom. This is just an idea of what you could create with this kit using the stamp set, the two-tone cardstock, the DSP, which is the designer series paper, and which will say here, florals in bloom. It doesn't say memories in bloom. It says florals in bloom, and the sticker sheet. So basically, some of these materials were in the scrapbooking workshop kit, as well as the sticker sheet and maybe a few of these colors, but you'd have to go back to that workshop kit to pay attention to see. Now, here is a stamp set. Now, all the stamp sets in the scrapbooking from scratch area are photopolymer. That means that they're clear stamps. So they might really appeal to you because they work so well and are coordinating with this. Now, another thing to note is right here when you're looking, you will see that there is a product that they're letting you know that coordinates with this. So the Florals in Bloom Suite collection, and they give you a page number to turn to, also coordinates with the Memories in Bloom. And we're going to get to that collection in this video. All right, what's up next? Oh, Turtley Suite. This is another beautiful scrapbooking from scratch where you can use the DSP, designer series paper, the sticker sheet, the two-tone cardstock, and the stamp set to create the artwork of your choice. Now, could you use these on cards? Absolutely. Could you use these on a 6x8 album page, 8.5 by 11, 8 by 8, 9 by 9? Absolutely. You just cut the paper to the sizes that you need and use the stamps and the stickers that are speaking to you for what you're trying to create. Now, what I love about the Turtley Suite one is I really think it's great for summertime, but it could be very boy related as well. You know, we're always looking for boy workshops and kits. This one might speak to you. But I wanted to let you know that there's two sides, right, to all of these papers. So we have one side here, and this is the back side. A lot of times when you go to our website and click on this product, you will get a closer picture of what the pattern paper looks like. When you do, sometimes the opposite side of the paper could be used for something like travel, masculine, birthday, Halloween, different seasons, and it could be everyday life. So sometimes you might shy away from the hero paper and look at the pattern on the back, which could be a little bit more muted or tone on tone with some stripes, circles, I don't know, hexagons, things like that. And you really should check it out and go to the online website to look at the product. If you plug in some of the item numbers or Turtley Suite, it should all populate for you online. Remember, this goes live May 6th. Now we have weekend adventures for the Scrapbooking from Scratch collection. Here you can see we have the photopolymer stamp set, the pretty two-tone cardstock, and just as a reminder, there's 12 sheets of cardstock in this pack, and then you also have the designer series paper and the sticker sheet. So everything you see here can be done made from scratch, and you make whatever layouts you like. The next collection from scratch is Celebrate Together. Another beautiful, really fun summertime collection, which will have these beautiful papers, very eclectic kind of look here. We have some darks and lights, summer fun drinking, wines, lemonades, iced tea. And then you have this sticker sheet, stamp set, and the two-tone cardstock. Look at the different colors right here. I see a little bit of purple, a little bit of yellow and blue and black. So you have a nice array of different papers that you can use in this kit. And remember, there's artwork that they're showing you here, so you could create that page all on your own if you like, but we're scrapbooking from scratch, so create whatever your heart desires. So the next thing we're going to talk about is not in the scrapbooking realm, right? We went through quick and easy, we went through scrapbooking workshop kits and scrapbooking from scratch. Now we're going to talk about suite collections. Many of you that have been with Stampin' Up! Are very familiar with these collections, but for those of you who have been doing scrapbooking with me, came over from close to my heart, You're probably still trying to grasp how this all works. So let's go through the suite collections. Each collection offers you the option to purchase bundles and save 10%. So that's really a nice feature. But you can purchase anything that's in that bundle a la carte separately. But you will save 10% on the suite collection as well as 10% on stamp and die bundles. So anything that's bundled together will have a discounted 10% price showing underneath the items. So what you'll see when you look through the catalog is you will see the artwork first. And I'm going to give you a sample of how that looks, right? But there'll be the name of the bundle, an item number, and the 10% savings. The next thing that you'll see that has basically the ingredients or the recipe of what's in the collection will be the stamp sets and die cut bundles, also 10% savings. But you might have some coordinating ephemera, which will be ribbons, 3D embossing folders, any kind of embellishments that will also be coordinated to go with these collections. So it's inside the suite, but you can buy it separately. Of course, the Designer Series paper pack. Everybody that crafts loves paper. So these collections may appeal to you that way, or you just want the paper pack. And lastly, you'll be able to order all of these items in the bundle with 10% off or a la carte to your desire. The first one we will look at is called Florals in Bloom. So if you were looking at the catalog, you would have this page open side by side, the left and the right. I wanted to point out a few details that has to do with all of the collections. First of all, at the top, you can see right here, we do have all the colors that are inside that suite. Notice the Florals in Bloom. Here is where the suite collection number is and the price point. Oh, by the way, remember when you see the letter N in that little box, that means it's a new product. So all of these that I'm showing you are all new, so they should have that. But what I like about this, it gives you an array of the papers and all the products that the suite can create using that bundle. So you have die cuts, you have stamps, you have the ephemera here, and you can see what is being created in all different kinds of ways to use this product. It's really pretty. But I want you to remember, at the top of each suite collection is the name as well as the item number. But you can always go online, type in Florals in Bloom or the suite collection of your choice, and the product will populate so you can pick and choose the items as well. You're really going to like that feature. Now in the bundle, there will be the different stamp sets. Now you want to check to see whether or not they're photopolymer, which are clear, or if they say cling. And so there's a stamp set and a die cut. This set is right here, 10% discounted, but you could buy either or separately. Same thing with this, the stamp set and the die cut. And then you can see that there's the ephemera pack here, as well as the DSP. And we'll just look right here where you have all the items that are inside the suite, but you can see it here. You can order them separately a la carte. And I really love having that feature. You'll also note when you're looking through the catalog that each one of these collections has artwork, a lot of beautiful artwork, and mostly they're cards. So you're going to look at the artwork to see what the book is telling you. I like the fact that it gives you the wording here of what they're showing you. Sometimes you might want to fussy cut something out. Maybe you'll cut it out with a die cut, showing you different tools and techniques. So you want to read the fine print around the artwork because it will give you an idea of what's being showcased, maybe the feature, the product of that particular suite. Remember, with those suite collections, I go over that there's the 10% savings that you're seeing here on the bundle, but you could buy all the items individually right here. So this will change depending on the suite that you're looking at. Another suite collection, you've recognized the turtley, and this one is cute. So this is another suite collection with a stamp set, die, ephemera, DSP that you can purchase, and it will show you some really cute ideas. I love the embossing folder here. It is so cute with the turtle-like shell design, but that's something you can also use for a Southwestern look, maybe Mexico, like these colors right here. If I did a trip right now to Mexico, this would be a great collection to use for that. So think outside the box when you're looking at the papers and look at the other side and all the other pieces because they could be used for travel as well. Now we're coming into a couple of other suites that are not being offered in the scrapbooking realm right now. I don't know if they will. I don't think so, but we're just going to go over some of the suite collections. This one is called Beautiful Gallery. It is gorgeous. If you have the catalog, you'll see some beautiful artwork. It's kind of, I don't know, antique-y in a way, and it has 6x6 DSP, Designer Series paper. This is a damask embossing folder, which is stunning. And then you have ribbon, and you have some dots here. And then you have two different stamp sets with die cuts. And they do look quite different when you put them together and use them. This particular die cut will do not really cut it all out, but will give you a popped look underneath it. If you have the catalog, you can definitely see that. But when you go online after May 6th and look at this bundle, definitely check out this artwork using this die cut, because then you'll see what I mean about it kind of cuts part of it, doesn't cut it completely away from the paper, but it can be popped up or curled so that it gives a raised look as well. Oh, this is really pretty. This is Kintsugi Inspirations, more along the Asian theme, where you have a beautiful stamp set and dies, as well as another beautiful embossing folder and accessory pack, and the gorgeous papers that have gold foil. Love this. Definitely need to look at these photos and read the descriptions closely, because it really gives you so much more interest in the details of the photos to explain what's being done. So really, this is such a gorgeous collection. So if you are doing any kind of travel to the Asian continent, maybe this would be in your future to use for scrapbooking, because you can use it for scrapbooking, even if you just get the papers. So think about that as well. The last one that's a suite collection here is called Boho Vibes. Now, this particular collection has 6x6 Designer Series paper. This is a stamp set, die cuts that do little rainbows and things like that, so you can see what they're showing you here as well. Everything is in the catalog or online. When you go and look at the product, you can see the close-ups of the patterns as well as the artwork. So I thought it would be a great idea to break it down for you, to show you what are the scrapbooking and suite collections. Now, let me just remind you, there is so much more product online. There are all new stamp sets, die cuts, ephemera packs, ribbons, so much more that you can see online, but that's also in the catalog. The catalog is over 140 pages long, and it covers a lot of new product as well as some reruns. But let's just look at the scrapbooking and suites collection. So for a scrapbooking kit, you'll see it's Memories in Bloom. Same name for the scrapbooking from scratch. But when it came to the suite collections, it's called Florals in Bloom. Scrapbooking Workshop, Turtley Sweet. Scrapbooking from scratch, Turtley Sweet. But the collections that are just the suites are Turtley Cute. So you want to pay attention to these little details, because it really makes a difference when you're looking at the product and what you're looking at and how to order. So the Weekend Adventures does not have a suite collection, not that I know of, and Celebrate Together will have a celebratory SIPs collection coming soon. But in the suite collections, Beautiful Gallery, Kintsugi Inspirations, and Boho Vibes are available. Always check for the new online exclusives, which could offer any of the above type of kits or suites. If you purchase any of these products from me, remember you always earn rewards when you have an account, and more products are available online where you can look at the product up close and personal at lynncomo.stampinup.net.